Welcome everybody to the Vaal Classic meeting. 8 races on the card, and looking forward to the day. First at 25 to 1, where number 6 Falcon Fly is top of the boards, priced up at the moment at 2 to 1. The 5 Peace Treaty is second choice at 3 to 1. Number 2 Anne with an E is trading at 7 to 2. Number 4 World Order is 4 to 1. The 1 Sky Pillar Rock is trading around 15 to 2, and the 3 Future Wolf is at about 20 to 1 thereabouts. Take out the 7, take out the 8, and take out the 9. They're all not running. Daryl Marie's with me. We're going to talk about Falcon Fly. We've got a rerun for you. Daryl, you can perhaps take us through Falcon Fly, who's currently identified in the race.
Morning, Clyde. Yes, you can see her towards the outside with a yellow cap. This was her post-maiden effort, her second run after rest, and she was running on in the latter stages against the boys. She now steps up in trip. You can see doing her best work late. Trent Mayhew now takes the ride. In these apprentice handicaps, they tend to go quite quick up front, sometimes too quick, and I'm sure Lucky Larkis's instructions will be to Trent just to give her a chance, get her some cover, and let her finish her race off. So I can see her going close in this event. I don't like the look of this race. We do have a form update for 2 horses of here. World Order 1, beating Full Go by a length and a half. He's now rated 84, carrying 60 kgs. In that same race, number 5, Peace Treaty, put in a stinker. Ran second last, beaten 12 lengths behind World Order. I don't know if either or both of them are going to line up at the Vaal on Thursday. I've gone the entire field, plus a scratching on purpose. Like I say, I don't like the look of the race. Even a horse like Future Wolf, who's 20 to 1, is not without a chance of Clyde.
Okay, so Daryl looking for an upset here in the bipod field, and if there isn't, then we're hoping through the scratching that the code favourite runs a drum. But open race in this apprentice event. Race number 2 on this Wednesday morning as we look at the show. It's a maiden plate over 1,600 metres. And number 1, Utsai, does look like she'll take quite a bit of beating. She's currently priced up at, I think, 4 to 10 or thereabouts from Betway this morning. 2 Made to Measure is 5 to 1. The 4 Winter Wedding is trading at 17 to 2. And then it's basically double figures about the balance of the race. But Craig Zaki and Sean Terry, they look quite hard to beat. We're going to take a look at that last start of Utsai when she was runner-up to Reese's Wish. You'll see that she's being highlighted at the moment, right up there the whole way through the race, Daryl.
Clyde, we need to take note that this was the first time she actually wore blinkers in her career, and there's no doubt this is her best effort to date. Have a look at the distance herself in the winner, Reese's Wish, who had very consistent form coming into this event, put between themselves and the balance of the field. Um, yeah, say no more, Clyde. This is a case of pointing in the right direction. I can't see her getting beaten. Um, yeah, what can I say? I actually even think that the current price of 4 to 10 is overpriced. I think she'll harden in the market. So for me, Utsa, start of all your total to comes on the day.
Okay, so Utsai, the best bet on the card for Daryl. And number 1, Utsai is our obviously place accumulator banker in that perm, which cost 108 Rand. Race number 3 on the card. And in this event, number 1, Indian Spice, is top of the boards, is trading at 2 to 1. The 9, Smuggler, is priced up at 7 to 2. The 10, Terrence, also 7 to 2. The 5, Underdog, is at 9 to 2. And then it's double thing or double figures about the balance of the field. So Indian Spice is the one to beat. We're going to go back and have a look at a rerun. Daryl will take us through the replay at this point in time. And sitting in this particular event with a couple to go.
Yeah, Clyde was actually the leader turning for home. And the others seem to quicken better than what he did, but he is staying on in the latter stages of the year. Yeah, that was a fair enough effort. We've obviously seen World Order frank that form by winning again. St. John's Yard's coming to form currently. He's got a neater draw, probably going to be ridden a bit more patiently this time round. Hopefully, get him some cover. In this sort of lineup, I'll be very, very disappointed if he doesn't fight it out. I've got a preference for number 9 of Smuggler. Now, yes, he's not setting the track alight at this stage of his career, but we need to take note that Agoge won again, Clyde, and Agoge on this occasion beat him by 5.5 lengths. That day, Agoge himself won by 3.5 lengths, so he was only 2 lengths behind the second place runner. But if you watch that replay, there's absolutely no doubt that he was finishing the best of all on that occasion. My concern with him is he tends to lose starts when the gates open. And I don't want to see him, with all due respect, stuck behind some of these horses in this race because um, you don't want to be following the wrong horses. If he can break smartly and get handy, I'm happy with him being one off the fence because he just takes a lot of time to unwind. And I think he'll go very, very close to winning. Follow him when he steps up in trip up to 2000. I think that might be his ideal distance. But I'm leaning towards number 9, Smuggler, as a likely winner. Now, if
Okay.
Terence didn't put in Clyde, if Terence didn't put in the effort he did in his second start, he'd be coming into this race as the likely favourite. I mean, we know that Formline has stood up extremely well. The first, the second, the third, and the fifth place runners have all won, but his last effort is a big concern. He's now going from 11.62 to a mile, and he should appreciate it. I mean, he's a sire, we know what he did. So I'm going in order 9, 1, 10.
Okay, got it. And there's our pick six from Daryl that we're taking out. We're going to work at about 130 Rand thereabouts for 10%. Or you can spend more if you want. There is a bank in that pick six later on today. But be sure to get on before 1:45 on Thursday. Now, time to have a look at race number 4. This is divided handicap, and it's run over 1,800 meters. And future date, a winner of her last start with Muzieni on board. We'll have a look at that rerun. Ryan Munger now gets the rider opportunity on her. She's 7-2 to win. 5 Art Nouveau, 7-2. 2 DeMarco's Jet is trading at around 7-2. So open race. 8 Azaleas for All's 11-2. And the 6 Ancient Wisdom is trading at 6-1. The 7 Boom Boom 15-2, and then you can get 10-1 and better about the balance. But here's when future date and Art Nouveau bumped last time. You'll have a look at the race. Daryl, you can take us through it.
Yes, you can see Art Nouveau circled there with the yellow and the purple light. She got into this race very late and she was returning from a layoff. Future date, Muzieni up front, just a little bit too good on this occasion. I'm hoping that future date confirms the form with Art Nouveau because I've only included numbers 1, 2, and 6 here. Now, DeMarco's Jet, Clyde. Surely Muzieni had the choice of rides. I mean, he rode them both last time out. He won on DeMarco's Jet and he's opted to stick with her. She's another one that should strip fitter. So you have to take note of the the choice of Muzieni over here. So DeMarco's Jet's a real live wire over here. But there's nothing separating herself and future date. You can see actually, funny enough, future date last time out there was an equipment change. I don't know if that assisted her, but she's as honest as they come and she'll run another great race. Clyde Dawes, I think who's going to run a cracker is number 6, Ancient Wisdom. I was very, very impressed with her comeback effort, Clyde, behind DeMarco's Jet. Things really didn't go well on that occasion. And now she's better off at the weights by 3 kilograms, and she's having her peak run. I don't think that was her best effort, second run off the rest, but now having her peak run, she's got no excuses. So I'm leaning towards number 6 over here, Ancient Wisdom, as a likely winner. Listen, it is a fillies and mares handicap, and you want to have many as possible. But like I said, I've only opted to go with numbers 1, 2, and 6.
Okay, well, Chase Majan's on her for Tony Peter. They're currently priced up at 6 to 1, but yeah, it can be a tricky race. There are a few here in the race with chances, and maybe the best way to play it is take this jackpot that Daryl's recommended. That'll cost you 48 Rand if you use those combinations. Okay, let's go. Race number 5, divided handicap, 1800 meters. And it's another tricky event, but Kensal Green may well be the horse to beat. They have backed her into 33 to 10 favourites. 5 Surprise Party is 4 to 1. 4 Duchess of Paloma is 5 to 1. Number 1 Arctic Silver is at 6 to 1. The 2 Lady Blunt is trading at the moment at 13 to 2. And the 8 Rosie Lemon is at 7 to 1. 10 to 1 and better about the balance, like Kensal Green's last start. We've got that replay lined up for you, and we'll show when she was second to Northern Kitten on this occasion, and running on in the closing stages, Daryl.
This was a cracking effort, Clyde. I thought she was desperately unlucky not to win on this occasion. I mean, look at her. She's mowing them down in the latter stages. And how unfortunate that the post just came too soon. So, Clyde, you saw that replay. You saw that was over a mile. Now she's gained the extra 200 meters, which is certainly going to be in her favor. Her second dam. There's so much stamina in that family. I mean, I saw a French win over 3,200. Her half brother, Audible, ran second to My Best Trot in the East Cape Derby over 2,400. She's crying out for the extra. And I do want to add this, Clyde. I think that Tony Peters had about 3 runners for the Capnius brothers. A winner in 2 seconds. Those 2 seconds, as you just saw, should have been winners. Zalatoris and Kensal Green. So I mean, he's doing extremely well for them. But go back in her form line and you'll see before she joined Tony Peter, she actually ran 11 lengths behind Duchess of Paloma, who's in this lineup. So, strictly on form, Duchess of Paloma clearly holds her. Now, you can say that Rosie Lemon holds Duchess of Paloma, but that race was over 2,000 meters. And if you recall it, Duchess of Paloma swooped to the front like she had the race sewn up and just came up for air over the final 200 meters. So, despite the weight favoring Rosie Lemon, I'm going to say the drop in distance favors Duchess of Paloma more than it favors her. So I'm going with Duchess of Paloma to reverse the form with Rosie Lemon. She's my backup in the race, Clyde. If Kensal Green settles over the 1800, I think she's going to love it and certainly prove hard to beat.
Yeah, I'm in your corner. I also think Kensal Green's the right one, but we've got the jackpot cover. We put the 4 in as well, Duchess of Paloma, and spending 144 Rand on this pot. Time to move on now and have a look at our next race on the card. Race 6, where number 8, Wayne, is top of the boards at 18 to 10 at the moment, shortened in the market. 1 Money Heist is trading at 28 to 10. Number 6, Birthright is 5 to 1. Number 5, Baynak is 6 to 1. The 4 Tenjuku is at 15 to 2. And it's 10 to 1 and better the balance. Max the Magician's not running here. Wayne is top of the boards and the horse to beat. We're going to have a look at Wayne's last run. We'll show you what the circumstance was there, or rather penultimate start. Last start was he finished behind Split the Eights, and that form's not too bad. But right here, he comes through to come through and double up on his victories, and he won pretty well here, Daryl.
Yeah, on this occasion, he proved that he's quite versatile because we saw him when winning on debut, not on debut, in his second start, going start to finish. And then on this occasion, he came from behind and he was given a chance and he quickened beautifully. Clyde, he wasn't, he was looked after last time out when well beaten behind Split the Eights. Funny enough, he ran behind a recent winner in Agoge. They finished alongside each other, and both of them were hopelessly out at the weights in the Betweight Got the Green Light Stakes. So he's unbeaten in a handicap, or as a handicapper. He now gets his tongue tied He now steps up in trip to a mile. We know his family extremely well. I mean, the second, excuse me, Claude, the second dam is the dam of Cherry on the Cake, Cherry on the Top, both Oaks winners. So I think he's got a strong winning chance. And coupled with all of this, what I've just said is he's back at the Vaal. So I take his chances very seriously over here. But he does take on some hard knockers, the likes of Money Heist, who put up an absolute cracker last time out. We all can agree that Tin Pan Alley came up for air in the latter stages, but he's very decent, especially on firmer ground. He can go very well with that 4 kg claim off his back. And then what's interesting is Calvin Abib's opted to ride Birthright over Tenjuku. And we know early on in his career, Birthright was a bit of a one-pace plotter. But since then, they've given him a chance in his races, and he does actually possess a turn of foot. And I'm happy with his last two efforts because, in my mind, he's actually better around the bend. And now he goes back around the bend. So I think Wayne is the horse to beat. Do I think there's any value in his current price? No. So for that reason, I've gone a bit wider here.
Yeah, that was Money Heist. I'd see there were only one runner from that Tin Pan Alley, Mover and Shaker. We also come out and upset matters the other day. Okay, well, that's our recommended double on screen. On to race 7. This is a handicap at the 76 level, 1450 metres. Should run about 4:05, and Never Land is the horse to beat. Won a solid race last time out, and current market, Betway have got Neverland at 2-1. 4 Monkey Puzzle is 5-1. 6 Peregrine Falcon is 5-1. The 9 Gulf of America 13-2, and then you can get 10-1 and better about the balance. Winds of Grace has been taken out. That won't be running, so make a note that Winds of Grace has been scratched. And in terms of anything else to report for you in with regard to the race, not much more that one can tell you. But Neverland, we got a rerun of when Neverland came to the races last time. When he won, he beat Prize Platinum on this occasion. Daryl, I remember you making him hard to beat here too.
I did indeed, Clyde. Nah, I mean, the horse on his outside, Prize Platinum, gave him a bit of cheek on this occasion. But watch here now, Clyde. Look how they are extending away from their opposition. And you know what, Clyde? I know the draw was in his favour last time out, but he's such a big son of Ideal World. I don't think he actually enjoyed being told to hold his position. I like him, funny enough, that he's drawn out wider because he can come out softer. He doesn't have to be pressurized to be put in there in the race this time round. He can just come out gently, softly, and just relax, getting into his stride and do his best work late. I might just add that that form line has certainly not held up whatsoever. There have been 8 or 9 runners, not one of them have run a place in their next start. But have a look at the penalty he picked up. He only picked up a 3 pound or a 1.5 kilogram penalty when there was as much as 5.5 lengths back to the third place runner. So, based on that, I think that's a very lenient penalty. And I think he's ahead of the handicapper. And I actually think he's a much better sort over this sort of distance. So Gavin knows exactly what he's about in a race. If he can just get some cover and the pace is genuine up front, which I do believe it will be, with the likes of King of Numbers and Lebecho going handy, then I believe he will go back to back. And I think he's the second best bet on the card. I'll be very disappointed if he's asked to win his race of year. I actually think he'll bolt up.
Okay, a lot of confidence from Daryl with Neverland. He's the one to beat. And on Wednesday morning when doing the show, priced up at 2-1.